go. Well, I know that some of you probably have been stressing about what's going on in the world today. So I've been trying to do everything I can to just help myself remember that, we've been through stuff before. Hopefully it'll end up okay. But Marianne Williamson's words always speak to me. She says, when I speak from my mind, others hear me with their minds. When I speak from my heart, others hear me with their hearts. Today I will speak from my heart. There are no limits to the blessings I receive when I speak with love and gentleness. May I not be tempted today to choose fear or anger as the mode through which I express myself. Rather, may I remember that to do so is to sabotage my good. Wise words. So let's just find a nice seat and turn inward, please. Close your eyes. Just be with your breath. And be with your heart. And please bring hands to heart center. May we always remember to speak from our hearts. We're much more likely to see the beauty, see the grace that's in each situation and each other individual. And please lower your hands, open your eyes. Mute these guys, do that. And find a nice tall seat, which you already had, and then just add a little twist to your right. See where you're at in your core this morning, in your feet, and breathe. And then switch to the other side. Love, not hate, is what brings people together. And so today, for the next hour, I want you to stretch your legs out long, not for the whole hour, but remember to love your body, love your soul, love your mind. So another stretch or twist again. So stretch up, get that real tall feeling. Your hips are in the socket. Twist to your right again. Think if we start with ourselves, kind of works better when we try to love others. Stretch up and twist the other direction. If you start with that length, it always feels better. And then stretch up. And this time just fold forward wherever it feels good, bending at your hip creases. Try not to round your back too much. And then come on up and lean back so you can bring the soles of your feet together. And just engage a little Supta Baddha Konasana. Try to, again, keep length. We're just warming up, so don't work it too hard. And then come on up. Oh, let's do something fun. Cross your feet. Hug them as close as you can. See if you can lean forward and stand up. Yeah, help use your hands if you need to. Good. And then stand in your best Tadasana and just bring your right hand up and just watch it as you bring it back behind you and bring it down and then switch. Left arm up. Keep watching the hand. Bring it around. One more time to the first side. And the second side. Good. And then stretch both arms up. Get that nice grounded feeling through your feet. Actually bend your knees a little bit. Think rib cage back. Bring your right arm down and arc to your right. Come on up and switch. Left arm down to your left. And both arms up. And just bend your knees, bring hands to heart center into a little chair pose. Yeah. And then just slide your hands down to your thighs and maybe the butt of your hand right in your hip crease and come into a standing cow. Go slow and then round. Maybe slide your hands down to your knees and round into cat. Hearing some cracking in myself and come back to cow. Just go slow. Warming up the legs and the back, and then around to cat. Don't forget to breathe one more time. Cow. And, and stretch up again. This time, interlace your hands, press your palms up. And then arc to your right. And up and over to your left. Good. Inhale back to center. And bring hands to heart center as you come into chair pose again. And then bring your hands to your knees and just slide down to a forward fold. You can use blocks if you're not quite ready to touch the floor. And just take a moment, see where you're at here this morning. And then please step your right foot back to a deep lunge. You can use blocks here if you need to. Or yeah, if you're not in the front of your mat, wiggle on up there. And just kind of feel that deep lunge. I like to lift and lower my back heel a few times just to stretch things out, feel left hip crease staying stable. Good. And then just almost lower the back knee and lift it back up again. And do that a few more times. Almost lower the back knee. I'm not really touching, I'm just getting it close and lift it back up. Feel the muscle energy on that right leg. One more time. Good. And then step forward and switch left foot back. Just take a moment. Enjoy that stretch. Lift and lower the heel, perhaps. Stretch out the toes. And then 3 times, almost lower the back knee. And lift it back up again. Really squeeze the muscles on that leg as you do. 2 more times. And 3. Good, and then this time, step back to a downward facing dog. And just walk your doggies out. Check in with your spine. If you draw the lower ribs towards each other, rib cage back, so your pits feel hollow, feels better. And then go ahead and lower to your knees. And just do some regular cow and cat. But your back is already warm. Maybe it feels like more bends. I don't know. Let's see. And then after your next cat, pause with a flat back. So really feel energized through all the joints and extend your right leg. Make sure the rib cage is drawing back and add the left arm for bird dog. Keeping the hips square to the floor, the shoulders square to the floor. Good. And then release and switch sides. Left leg and the right arm. If you're feeling strong, press your right knee and left hand down. Extend out. Feel everything engaged in your core. The head doesn't drop. You're extending long through the top of the head. Good. Release. And go ahead and take a child's pose. Are you still loving your body? Are you still loving your heart? Is your mind with you here? And then come on back up. Curl your toes. Make sure your fingers are spread wide and you have the weight distributed in your hands. And then lift your knees an inch or two and just hold. Now try to keep lifted the left knee and extend your right leg. And then bring that foot down. Keep that knee lifted just a couple inches, extend the left leg. Bring that foot down and lower. Go ahead, take child's pose. Got my heart rate going. I'm with my heart. And then come on back up. One more time. Curl the toes. Lift the knees. Just an inch or two. Notice your core. And then extend the right leg, but bring the ball of the foot down. Extend the left leg, bring the ball of the foot down. So now you're in plank pose. Woohoo! And then lower down to the mat. And bring your hands forward and wide and come up on fingertips. Forehead down. Just lift the head up so the back of the neck stays long as you come into a funky cobra, and then you can just kind of lift and lower a few times. Stretching out your shoulders. And come on down. Bring your hands by your chest. Press the feet down. Think I'm going to isometrically slide my hands back to get the shoulders on the back. And come on up to regular cobra. Oh man, feels good. And come on down. And push back to all fours. Little thread the needle action. So you can thread your right arm underneath your left. Come down to your shoulder. And just breathe. Feel that stretch. And come on back up to switch sides. And then come on back up. Curl your toes under. Make your way to downward doggy. Again, just feel your hands, feel your armpits, feel your core. And then just very slowly walking your feet up to your hands. Don't forget you can use blocks if that would feel better for you. Come to a forward fold. And if you want to, grab your elbows and just kind of sway side to side. Even add a little twist if you want. And then inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. And inhale, sweep all the way up to standing. And exhale, hands through heart center. Good. I'm going to invite you to use blocks if you want to, if you're feeling tight. If not, you don't need to, because we're going to do some step throughs. So inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold forward. Pranam. And fold. Step your left foot back to deep lunge. And this time lower the back knee. Keep your left hand down, sweep your right arm up. Little twist, deep lunge twist. Okay, and touch down. Check your hips. Are they square to the front? And come on upright. Come to Anjane. Anjane Asana, hugging the left knee towards right heel. You can extend your arms if it feels good. Rib cage back, lifting the heart. Please touch down. Good. This time, lift the back knee. Lift the hips up and back to straighten the right leg. Again, feel free to use blocks if this is too intense, because I really want you to be mindful. The hips go straight back. Maybe fold into the front leg a little bit. Good. Bend the front knee. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come to plank pose. Exhale, lower to the mat. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, lower. And downward facing dog. Extend the left leg and just notice that. You can see how the right hamstring feels. Bend the left knee. Lift the left hip to stack it on top of the right and come to wild dog. Don't let your right armpit get saggy. The twist is in the core, really strong core for wild dog. Good, square the hips and step that left foot through to deep lunge. Help it up there if you need to. Good job. Good, right hand stays down. Sweep the left arm up and up and up. Deep lunge twist. And touch down, lower the knee, hug to the midline. Come on up for Anjane Asana. Take your time. Make sure everything's aligned the way you want it. Loving our body, loving our hearts, appreciating and loving our mind. And touch down. Good, lift the back knee and please step forward. Take a moment. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold. Pranam. And fold. Step the right foot back. Deep lunge. Bring your hands to your front knee and come on up to crescent. And just let your arms dangle for a moment. I'm going to have you slowly almost touch the right knee down. Just bend a little bit and then re-straighten, really engaging the glute, the whole back leg. Do that 2 more times. This time when you get it up, stretch your arms up. Yes, crescent warrior. Feel how that back leg is really strong and engaged. Good, please touch down. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, lower to the mat. Inhale, cobra. exhale, lower. Downward facing dog. Please extend the right leg and just kind of hold there, just checking out that left leg. Hips are square, but now you're going to bend the knee and stack the right hip on the left, keeping the left armpit from sagging. Open up to wild dog. Good. Square up the hips. Stuck that right foot through, deep lunge. Good. Use your blocks if you need to. Find some strength and stability here. Hands to the front knee. Come on up. If you want to keep the hands here, you can. Or let your arms dangle. I want you to just feel super strong here. So almost lower the back knee and re-engage. Feel the glute and everything strong. 2 more times. And then last time. And stretch up. Full crescent. Full strength glory of crescent. One more breath and touch down. Good. This time, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, on. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Close your eyes and pause there. Good. Inhale, stretch up again. Exhale, chair pose. Hands to heart center. Good. Now, shift your weight to your left foot and just touch your right foot back. And then think, am I really connected in my core? Lean forward, lift the back leg as you straighten the left. Warrior 3. Notice how when you have those super strong legs, how your core engages. Good. Touch that back toes down. Step forward, chair pose. Good job. Shift your weight to your right leg. Touch the left toes back. And think really strong through both legs as I extend up warrior 3. One more breath. And touch the back toes down. Step forward. Utkatasana and stand up. Stretch your arms up. Good. And fold forward. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. Step your right foot back to a deep lunge. Ground that back foot down. And then walk your hands to the right as you turn your left foot in. Yeah, and come to the middle in a wide-legged forward fold. Just kind of enjoy a moment here. Do your legs still feel as engaged and strong? If not, see if you can juice them up a little bit. That muscle energy, hard to find sometimes. We just want to relax, but it feels so much safer and better when we're engaging. Good. Now come press yourself away from the floor. Come up to standing. Yeah. Now turn your left foot forward, bend into the front knee, come to warrior two. Feel the muscle energy in both legs, maybe especially the back leg. And then reverse it. Back to warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Switch the orientation of your feet. Warrior two on the other side. Make sure you're tracking the knee straight. Feel that strong muscle energy, especially on the back leg. That's it. Reverse it. Left arm down, right arm up, palm facing. Yeah, good. And then come back, warrior two. So look out over your right hand. And then straighten the front leg. Stretch both arms up as you turn your right foot in. Switch again, left foot shifts out. Extend the arms to T. Bend into the front knee. Warrior two. Rib cage stays back. Really strong. Feel it in your back leg. Straighten the front leg. Stretch the arms up. Turn the left foot in, the right foot out. Warrior two. See how tall you can feel in your spine. Strong you are in your legs. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Turn that foot in and fold forward. Walk your hands back towards that left foot as you turn it out. Turn the right heel up and step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come to plank. Notice your core, hold this. You guys thought we were going down, but we're not. We're gonna hold. Lift your right foot just a couple inches. Strong core, bring it down. Lift your left foot a couple inches. Strong core, strong legs, strong glutes. Bring it down and now lower to the mat. Stretch your feet long, stretch your arms by your hips. Forehead down, because I really want you to think long spine first. Then lift the head with a long back of neck. Lift the shoulders, lift the arms. Maybe lift the legs. If you're feeling it. Good. Bring your hands by your chest. Set them down. Bring your feet down. Come to cobra. Good. And lower back down. Curl the toes. Come on up. Downward facing doggy. Take 5 more breaths in down dog. Stay with your breath, stay with your heart, stay present. And then slowly walk your hands back to your feet, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Close your eyes. Pause and feel. And release your hands, open your eyes. And please, everyone, find your blocks. And just step to the middle of your mats. Your blocks are going to come forward from the outside of your feet. And you decide, you can bring them to the higher height if you have tight hamstrings or not. And they're going to be about 12 to 18 inches in front of you. And then come on up to standing. We're going to practice Ardha Chandrasana a little bit. So step your left toes back, just like you did when you went to Warrior 3, and reach your right hand for the block. Now you're probably going to have to bring your left hand to your hip for now. You're probably going to have to bend your right knee. And I want you to think, is the block in a good spot to help me center my weight on that right foot as I lift the left leg? So just lift the left leg and then think, I'm going to lift the left hip to stack the left hip on top of the right. And then maybe open the chest and extend the arm. Yeah, good. Nice, you guys. Think, press through that right foot. Juice up the back leg, muscle energy, and notice how your core follows suit. Good. Now bring the hand back to the hips, square the hips, step the toes down, and then come on up. Good job. How'd that feel? Pretty good. When you do it nice and slow like that, sometimes you can get it better. Okay, take a breath or two, and then we'll go for the other side. So I always have to check and make sure my foot always wants to turn in or out. So if I do it like this, just step the toes back, find the block, then I can really focus on that foot as I bring my right hand to my hip and lift the left leg, and then think, okay, I'm going to stack the right hip on top of the left, engage both legs so much. It's all in the legs, and then the core follows suit. Get the rib cage on the back, open up. Juice up that back leg a little more. Good, and then hand to the hips, square up the hips, touch the toes down, and step forward. Ooh, nice job. Good, pause. Come down to a deep squat. I always have to turn my toes out a little bit just to make it feel good. If your heels come up, fine. No big deal. Step the blocks out of the way. And then just hold for a moment. You'll feel your shins start to talk to you a bit. It's okay. Try and lengthen out your spine a little bit. And then reach back, sit down. Good job. Yay. Hands behind your knees so that you can lengthen your spine, lift your heart, lean back, stretch into boat pose. Good. Bend the knees. Come on down. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Bend just the right knee. Interlace in front of the right shin. And then pull back and up so that you can lengthen out a little bit more. And then maybe grab the knee with your elbow and twist to your right. Your other arm comes behind you to support. Unwind. Bring the ankle across the thigh. You can start here, just lengthening up. And then maybe fold. I like to bring my hands under my shin and pull back and up. And then if I fold, I feel it in my hip a little bit more. Oh, that feels so good. Mm. Riding in a RV gave me a really tight hips. Good. Come on up. Stretch that leg out, and we'll do that on the other side. Bend the knee, pull back and up to lengthen. If you want to cross over, you can. I guess I will today. And then add the twist. A little bit deeper stretch. I want you to feel your low belly drawing in and up to help you lengthen. And it also adds more stretch on that hip. Good, and unwind. Bring the ankle over the thigh. Just check in. I always have to see, both sits bones. Yeah, does everything feel connected in my core? And then if you want that, press down and press up with your hands and fold, you can. See how it feels. Kind of shifts the stretch right to that hip. And then come on out. Ooh, nice. Shake your legs out, nice and strong. Stretch your arms up and fold again, just thinking, I'm just gonna bend at the hip creases. Just kind of fold forward first, and then when you get to a spot that feels like a good stretch, then bring your hands down. Keep your side body nice and long. Come on back up. Oh, yeah. Bring your feet to a wide stance, and you don't have to go as wide as possible, but you might have to inner spiral the legs. I always have to, so that your kneecaps and toes are kind of pointing in the same direction up. And then pressing down through your sits bones, just twist to face your right leg. Bring one hand on either side and just see how that feels. And if you want more stretch, just kind of stretch out over your right leg. You can reach your left hand to the outside of the shin or to the outside of the foot. That feels good. Just twisted Upavista Konasana. See where it takes you. You feel it in your other leg as well. Try to center the belly on that leg. More breath. And come on up. Come back to middle so you can see, did anything change? No, I'm still good. So then twist and face the left leg. And just take your time, maybe folding deeper, centering the belly, breathing, pressing your heels down. And come on back up. Center again, and this time keep pressing the heels down. I always kind of isometrically slide my heels towards each other, and then you can fold forward. Feel something different. Keep thinking long spine out of the pelvis. And make your way back up. Slide the feet together. Bend the knees so you can lay on your backs. Knees like off. And with your feet right under your knees, just take a moment to feel. You should feel your feet on the floor, all four corners, your pelvis and sacrum on the floor, your shoulder blades on the floor, your arms and your hands on the floor by your hips, back of your head on the floor. Good. Now you're going to keep everything the same. You're going to press the arms down and just lift your hips. Now you just feel the feet, the shoulders and arms, back of the head. Try and lengthen the back of your neck. Lift your heart. Setu Bandha. And then slowly lower back down. Feel the sacrum touch down again. Bring your arms to cactus or T, which I saw so many saguaro cactuses in Arizona. They don't all have even arms. I even saw one that had arms that were wrapped around it, like it was hugging itself. It was so cool. They're so amazing. Widen your feet a little bit to the edge of your mat and just engage a few windshield wipers. So both knees to the right and up and over to the left. Just keep going as fast or as slow as you want, calming everything down. And when you're evened out, bringing your knees up, hug them all the way into your chest. Feel the low back press down now. Just kind of rock side to side. And then extend the left leg, interlace behind the right leg. Press the leg into your hands till you feel that curve come back in your low back. Straightening both legs, just make a big circle with your right foot. And then switch. So right leg extends, left leg stretches up, press leg into the hands, and make a big circle. Appreciate those very strong legs that you have. You can really feel the muscle energy. Good. Hug both knees in. Again, relax the legs. And stretch out for Shavasana. If you want to cover up, you can. And again, notice now all the different parts that are touching the floor. And as you are one with your breath, are one with your heart, encourage your body to rest completely. Like one with breath, one with heart. As you relax deeper and deeper, I just wanted to share another reading that is from Marianne Williamson's book of miracles. I think what is it? It's A Year of Miracles with the Daily Reader. But that which is put in the service of love is protected from the grips of fear. That which is put in the service of deep sanity is protected from the grips of neurosis. That which is put in the service of what is good, holy, and beautiful is protected from the forces of destruction. Today, I put my life in service to love. The ego has no power in the presence of holiness, and any mind is holy. Today, I dedicate myself hourly, even moment by moment, to love's purposes as a way of casting out of my mind the ego fears that would otherwise assault me. Feeling the breath is still there, moving in and out. Gradually encourage a little bit deeper breath. More complete, lung-filled kind of breath. And then start to move in small ways when you feel ready. Starting your transition back on up to seated by drawing your knees in. Going slowly to your right. Getting your bearings and then pushing on up. Please bring hands to heart center. Just bow towards your own heart. Thank you so much for being here and easing me back into a teaching mode and a scheduled life, more scheduled life. I appreciate it. And I bow to each of your loving hearts. Namaste. Have a fabulous day. Hopefully the weather doesn't get too crazy. I'm not prepared for it.
Thanks, Lisa. Good class.